educational purposes. So I'm on this app just checking out the ladies for content and just checking them out. For the most part, the ladies today in 2026, they're super transactional. And they don't even they don't even hide it, and they're not even like they don't have no shame. Now this chick, her profile says love to drink and cuddle, long term, I'm a freak. You go here to the message, and I messaged her and I say, are you free to make a new connection? She says yes. I said, we're not too far from each other. She said, where you at? Now I'm traveling, so I'm visiting these little cities over here at the dollar store, passing through type shit. So I parked at this Dollar Tree and I tell her I'm in this city. And she says, okay, we're not too far. We're not too far. I said, yeah, you near that food line by the college down there. She said, yeah. I said, you want to talk on the phone? She said, I wish my phone is off. I said, no video through Wi-Fi? She says, how? I said, Google Meet. And I said, you can talk on Google Meet when your phone is turned off because you got Wi-Fi, as long as you got Wi-Fi. She says, oh, she says, and I explained to her, if you can log on to this app, then you can log on to Wi-Fi with Google. She says, my phone gonna be back on Friday because I didn't know what she was talking about at first. And then she says, you know, um, she'll download. She'll probably download Google on Friday. I said, all right. I says, you want to wait till Friday to meet? All right, cool. Or after Friday to meet? She said, I said, cool. She says, it's up to you. And I said, you want to meet at McDonald's? She said, yeah, what time? I said, 5. She said, okay, sound good. Now, I already know, you could be set up. These women are not real. It could be a lot of things can go left. All right, I'm hip. I'm just talking to the chick. I'm just checking her out. I'm not one of them guys that's going to just try to shoot out the house and meet these chicks after I just talked to them and I can't confirm and verify whether it's a woman or not, or whether it's a setup or whatever. So I'm not that dude. I ain't gonna end up on First 48. So just calm down. I ain't gonna end up on none of these shows. I'm just doing this for content. It says, let's mess. I said, let's message each other here when you're ready, so we can so we don't miss each other. She said, can you buy me something? There goes the first red flag. Can you buy me something? I said, no. You have to be my woman for me to buy you anything. You trying to be my woman? She says, yes. I said, well, we gotta meet each other first and determine whether we're a match offline, that we can move forward and benefit each other. You still want to meet at 5? She said, I said, I want to see if you can be my woman first. You drive, right? She says, yes. She says, okay. I said, okay, let's talk more when we meet at 5, okay? She says, okay, do you have Chime or PayPal or Venmon? I tell my sister to send to your PayPal, and you sent it to my mom, Chime or PayPal, right? So she just trying to get money and send this to somebody. Now, what I'm gonna do is now this is live now. That's why I said let me use this for content right away. So I started recording this while we're messaging each other. And she just sent me the question mark. And you can see on my time at the top left corner is 15:20. She just sent me this message, this question mark at 15:18. So I'm recording this live while I'm talking to the chick. It's for content. Um, Now I don't know what she's trying to do. Let me see. She's saying, I think she said she want her sister. Now watch, I'm gonna see what she say. Cause it seemed like, I don't know if she's miscommunicating or what, but she says, do you have Chime or PayPal or Venmon? It seems like she's saying I'll tell my sister to send to your PayPal and you send it to my mom, Chime or PayPal. So I don't know. But I'm gonna talk to this chick live just to see what she's talking about. And I'm doing this for content. And I'm gonna see if she's talking crazy about her mom and her sister. And then I'm gonna go ahead and send her a block party. I'm gonna send her a block party live because I want the brothers to be aware that today in 2026, these females are only looking for simps and fools. She says, yes, maybe you will send it to me. That's why I'm telling her to send it to your Cash App and you send it to my mom, Chime, or PayPal. Now, I'm going to just say, just have your sister send your mom the money. Because they only look, I don't know, man. I guess it's a lot of slow, there's a lot of transactional men out here, a lot of simps, a lot of suckers, a lot of fools. I don't think I don't think all the suckers are gone, but I guess even the ones that were, even these men that lost their life to dealing with women like this, I guess I guess it makes sense why these women are still trying to get men to fall for this stuff because the women are left behind. You fellas be careful out here when y'all dealing with these women, because it doesn't make sense. It don't make sense what they talking about. And this is like a, like a 1-star, alarm. There's like a 1-star. It's not even a 5-star, cautionary tale. It's like a 1-star because that don't even make sense. They're talking about apps. She talking about apps. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about apps. She says, maybe you will send it to me. That's why I'm gonna tell her to send it to your Cash App and you send it to my mom, Chime. I don't know what they doing, but obviously she's trying to look for men to get money out of. The way she explains herself sounds like she kind of special need. I mean, her profile only said that she's a freak. So man, listen, it's not even worth it, man. It's not even worth trying to meet these women and their special need, man. It don't make sense. They're using they're running out of options, man. They're running out of ways to really get men. They really don't know how to get a man. I mean, what else can they do but scam and be transactional and offer sex in exchange for whatever they want? They're not wise, man. But I was just going live, you know what I'm saying, and show you that these women be playing games, man. So you gotta, you know what I'm saying, you gotta throw them a block party, man. You gotta throw them a block party, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and block and report, man. I'm gonna put abusive. Let me see. Put over here. I mean, look, you gotta take this stuff serious, man. You know? That's the best way to do it, man. I'll probably go live again during some exchanges, you know what I'm saying? It's not every day that I get, you know, content from these apps that I look for content on. But that's one way to do it. There's no need to be thirsty, man. The women are thirsty as hell. But this is just an example of how to really just stay on high alert, because even just for content, there's content available out here. And this is one of those apps that I use for content, because I already know what's going on out here. You fellas be careful out here when you taking these apps serious and you really trying to go about meeting somebody, that you don't know, in person. Don't be thirsty, man. You mess around and lose your life. These women are being very transactional. I think the one broad just got arrested over in, what was it, Hong Kong, for lying on the British banker. Lying on him, saying that he took advantage of her, and all she wanted was money. And the judge, thought that was a red flag, that these females are attempting to extort or blackmail, travelers, you know. So she got 6 years in jail, which is a good thing, man. It's a beautiful thing that, that judge has zero tolerance for this biatch attempting to take advantage of the British banker, man. I think she tried to get $150K out of him, and he was willing to, pay for her plane ticket back to the States, or wherever she was from, back to Britain or something, or wherever she was from, just because he felt, he told her, if she felt violated, and he apologized for that, and he was willing to compensate her for a plane ticket. But no, she wanted more than that. She didn't want $5,000 from him for the plane ticket. She wanted $150K. So yeah, y'all fellas be careful out here when y'all dealing with these apps and dealing with these females. Don't be thirsty. All right, do not be thirsty. It's not worth it, man. All right. I'll be back with some more content when I get some more content like this. Peace.